The following project investigates two pioneers of child psychology: Jean Piaget, who was a development theorist; Lev Vygotsky, who believed in social context as a mode of learning, which is a form of social constructivism. Jean Piaget was also a constructivist. He was from Switzerland. As a development theorist, he believed cognition developed in 4 stages. As a constructivist, he claimed children actively build knowledge by assimilating and accommodating new information.
Piaget boldly challenged the assumption that children thought like adults and that learning was a passive process. His observations promoted the study of children's cognition and development. His theory impacted how we understand learning and effective teaching strategies. Piaget rarely reported about his subjects, and he developed ideas based on small sample sizes, which often included his own 3 children. The task he designed did not accurately reflect children's abilities, and social influences were not considered. Piaget was interested in 3 main aspects of children's morality, which were understanding rules, understanding of moral responsibility, and understanding of justice. The aspect of encouraging children to understand morality is connected to integrity. Piaget demonstrated great commitment and dedication to develop his cognitive theory. This is a sign of his respect for educationists as well as children. In more than 50 books and monographs over his long career, Piaget continued to develop and refine his views. Piaget's views will be implemented in my classroom in many ways. Students will be provided with concrete props and visual aids. Students' voice will be valued as well as their choices. Classroom activities will be scaffolded to aid learning. There will also be hands-on activities to encourage experiential learning. The goal of education is not to increase the amount of knowledge, but to create the possibilities for a child to invent and discover, to create men who are capable of doing new things. Piaget's view of learning is that learning should be presented as a process of active discovery. This is because students can independently construct their own learning with the support of the teacher. He believed this approach to learning is possible because of the intrinsic motivation learners possess. Lev Vygotsky was a Russian teacher and psychologist who sought to understand how an individual's social interactions influence his or her cognitive growth. He strongly believed that learning occurred through interaction with others. The zone of proximal development was at the forefront of Vygotsky's learning theory. Vygotsky defined the ZPD as authentic learning happens when the individual's problem-solving level and potential development has a gap which can be facilitated by adult appropriate support. Vygotsky's theory does not account for the slower rate of cognitive growth in some children. This highlights the belief that, other than interactive engagement, genetics and passive experiences also play a role in the acquisition of knowledge. According to Morin 2012, Vygotsky's theory also emphasizes culture, language, and internalization. It represented the most complete, original, and coherent view available. Lots of research and theory in cognitive development is based on his work, which served as their foundation. Vygotsky's work is now widely applied in many different fields, from psychology to language education. Concepts developed by him have transcended time, geographical boundaries, and there is potential to incorporate his ideas across many disciplines. Vygotsky's ideas could be implemented in the classroom by building a reliable relationship with students, providing a language-rich environment, having student-centered learning where students have choice, and a careful curriculum designed to match students' ZPD.
It is through others that we developed into ourselves. Vygotsky developed a socio-cultural approach to cognitive development, which can be successfully applied to education. For example, his concept of a zone of proximal development can guide instructional practice both in and outside of the classroom to help children develop cognitively. Both Piaget and Vygotsky shaped the field of constructivism. Though both said learning is actively constructed, Vygotsky emphasized socio-cultural influences, rejected stages, and emphasized the role of adults in learning. Piaget focused on individuals and peer interactions, and believed development stages were universal. Vygotsky's theory of psychosocial development has been used as a foundation of many other theories. Vygotsky himself never got the opportunity to explore his own theory due to his early death. Vygotsky was a learning theorist who proposed that a child's cognitive skills can be developed through social interactions and his engagement in thinking and speech. Piaget was a development theorist who proposed clear stages and emphasized a child's active interaction in his or her environment. His theory had a lasting impact on psychology and learning.